Knights of the Old Republic, Brotherhood of Shadow. In the last episode, Sarah Dagana tells us she'll answer any questions we might have for her, since we lost our memory, and all she's got is non-answers to just a few poor questions anyway. We ask her who she is, we ask her what's her name, and she just say, don't worry about it, I'm just nobody, I'm just your servant, don't worry about it, listen, just let's go, alright, let's go. And yeah, great, really informed us here, Sarah Dagana, aka Shadow. We're gonna go with Shadow probably because it's faster to say. She gave us our robes back, revan robes, because she managed to snag them somehow. The mask is pretty cool, but we're gonna use the vanity item. I looked onto the items and it turns out the robes are different. The one we're wearing from the mod gives us regeneration 2 and has different flavor text, while the other one, the one that we brought with us to End Aspire one way or another, gives us strength and regeneration 1, and is also restricted to dark side only. So this is just better, so we're gonna wear that, and for the mod only probably, because you know, continuity probably. So that's cool, that's different. The mask as well, as I said. What have I done here? Fuck. There it is. So the mask gives us force regeneration, which is good because we are a wizard. I don't know if it's dependent on your class. I would have to have a different playthrough, but I always play wizard, so we're not gonna learn that. And the lightsaber as well is Darth Revan's lightsaber regenerates force power, so it's not really for hitting people, but that's fine. We're again a wizard and a scout, I think, which isn't really, well, definitely isn't focused on the melee combat, so trading attack power for more force usage is better, at least for me in this situation. Again, I don't know if it would change if we had a different class. So that's our gear now. What is funny, however, about her is that, again, well, I haven't looked into her stats, but we're gonna have to level her up as well. We need to give her some gear, clearly. Nothing for utility, because she's not that kind of person. Darkside, oh, I don't know whether she's a stealth girl, so I don't know if I should give her stealth gear. But her armor, interestingly, is Shadow's Garment, which is a unique item, and it's clothes. It will just use the clothes model, and she's got a unique clothes model, but she gets +1 to everything, which is kind of strange, because it looks pretty cool. It's like a racial bonus from being a human in D&D 5, however, it doesn't really give you a bonus to anything. It would be best if it was +2 to everything, first off, so you always benefit at every front. At attacks, at armor class, at force usage, at defenses and shit like that. But instead it just gives you +1 and her stats are unknown to me just yet. She's using double saber again as well, like Bastila, only we don't really know if she's any good with it. I don't know what level she's been given to us at, so we're gonna have to bring that up and decide what we're gonna do with her. So yeah, double saber, and we don't know if she can use it effectively, so we're gonna have to look into that. So as we are here, she's Sentinel. What the fuck is a Sentinel? I'm gonna have to check that out. Alright, so I'm pretty sure just like Bastila, she's a Sentinel, which means she's the mix between Force user and a fighter, which would technically also should put her at as a skill monkey in Jedi terms. That saves, what would be the skill points? 2 plus int times 4 and then 2 plus int. Guardians have 1 plus int, half an int of course, because we don't have enough skills to worry about that. And consulars have 1. So yeah, it's almost a skill monkey, almost a fighter, and almost a consular. So we could give her 2 lightsabers that will make her more effective as well. And what are her stats? Dexterity. Pretty cool, considering that we don't have finesse, and lots of intelligence, which is pretty cool considering that she barely gets any skills as well. 2 points plus half the intelligence modifier. So it's also its base. So the modifier, well, she only gets +1, but it's +4, so it's 2, so she gets 4 points. She's almost useful. And again, since we don't have access to our party members, we probably won't get anything else useful out of her, so we're gonna have to dump some points into some skills. A lot of charisma, a lot of wisdom. What does wisdom do? Force points probably, and charisma is just for more things. She gets benefit from her gear, otherwise she's got +2 only, so it's still useful for her. Intelligence for skills, very little constitution. High strength, she's got very high skills, stats as well, by the way. Which is, well, lucky to say the least. What do we want from her? She's level 3, so she's got 5 level ups, or at least right to the level 20. On first level, on 4th level she would have a level up. It would be better if she wasn't wearing anything, actually, for this. And she is a skill monkey, so she could sneak. So we could specialize her in lightsaber combat and sneak attacks. Also, she's shadow, so maybe she will be a stealth character after all. That's stealth. Her class features are stealth, right? Should be. Stealth. Anything? Not yet. Well, we'll see at the level up. It will be disappointing if she's useless as a stealth character. Right. So her stats: strength. She could use strength. She won't use dexterity because of no finesse. She could use more armor class probably, but then again she could stealth and we could blast everything with force powers. Intelligence for skills. That's +4, +5 won't change anything. That's still half. Wisdom. That's more points, but we still have her gear. With her clothes, it would be best to not waste points on wisdom and charisma, I think. Anyway, she's gonna be taken away from us anyway, so I don't know. I don't remember. We've got like level 17 right now. 17, yeah, so 3 levels up. Strength probably, right? So she can fight better at this point, and we can give her buffs as her force powers, or making enemies not get dexterity bonuses to their attack defense, so she can use sneak attack. Of course, if she has one. So let's level her up. We're gonna give her strength or attacks, like we've determined. Stealth, is it her class? No, it's not her class skill. So, immediately trash. Treat injury, obviously. What else is her class skill? And awareness. She's got 2 class skills, being the skill monkey Jedi. So she's got only 2 class skills. Perfectly. Fantastic. So she's gonna get flurry of blows. She doesn't need awareness. She will be able to spot mines, but what for? She won't be able to disable them. And everything else is useless on her. Very cool, very cool. We could increase her intelligence after all and get some stealth, but I guess we won't go into that. So we're gonna give her double-handedness, 2 weapons fighting, I think. She could use buffs. We could use buffs as well, but that's light side powers. Energy resistance, that could be useful for her. What else she's got? Drain. Well, we can only pick first level things anyway. Insanity is pretty good, but we are dealing with insanity. Plague is good, but we already have that in single target anyway. That's debuff at least. Maybe it's worth it. Disable droids. Wound. But she won't be as good at all of it as we are, so we shouldn't really give things like that to her. Speed will be good, then. With that, treat injury will be maxed out, now awareness, and then we're gonna have to be spending something on something. So, there's that. I don't know if I'm not I'm pretty sure she won't be able to just pick feats that will turn her into rogues with stealth and shit. So let's keep on going. What is this? Universal power of shields, first 15 points of damage. That's pretty good. Won't be taking light side power since she is dark side. This is universal, but that's a stun. That's fine, it will toss a bunch of people away and also deal some damage. If they won't succeed against it as well. And that's our single power as well for this level, because she's not a caster. Obviously. So that's maxed out. Now we need to figure something out. Might as well be stealth, like I said, I guess. Right, we're going in stealth. Be of use, stupid cunt. First immunity stun, night sense. Then we've got feet, so she wants two-handedness. And flurry of blows. Lightsaber focus. Anything for with lightsaber, with melee weapons, yeah, that will be useful for her. Plausible deflection. Definitely not dueling, because she will be using two hands for fighting. Critical strike, no. We can't give her anything to make her into a rogue. She isn't a rogue. Probably that's the reason. Probably. Likely. Nothing into blaster shots. We could give her implants, but we'll probably just focus on this and these feats. So powers. She can get more defense and less attack. What is this? Force shield. But that's light side. And there is hardly anything else to give her. Without this she won't be... But that's light side power as well. So maybe 4 attacks. Difficult choice. Debuffs, I said. So let's go with this. Level up again. Max out what we can. And give... pay 2 into anything we could. It will give her bonuses, but we probably won't be using it at all. And I'm not sure if when she leaves, if she'll leave the gear we gave her behind. She better. I'm gonna have a save, one way or another, and I can replay the part where she leaves with all our gear, if need be. So that'll be fine. We'll experiment, go hard. Again, she hardly matters at all. More strength. For better fighting, because what else is she gonna do? Heal and sneak without sneak attacks? Powers again. That's still light side, and that's still we have nothing else to spend on. Not even this, and that's 9th level power. Fuck me. It's like she's got this because that's the only thing we can put it in, and we can't skip it. Insanity. This is too high level as well. We're gonna have to waste some powers. Might as well give her some armor, I guess, with forces. So, now she'll be able to fight well with her two-handed weapons. Or 2 weapons. Is her saber unique? Probably not, actually. And I don't know if one saber... Well, one double-handed saber is better than 2. Putting 1 crystal would be, right? I think, maybe. Speed, now that she can. Well, what's our level now? 9th, apparently? Yeah, because we can spend points on the powers that are actually important to us. But speed is pretty good as well as a buff. We're going. What is this? Stasis, and that's light side. So we fuck it. Improved energy resistance. Then still have some levels to go. We won't be short on what's important. Fighting from afar now, I think, or more stuns. Fighting from afar. If only the dexterity bonus counted for that. So strength. So she's got full possibilities here. Master Sense, Flurry. Powers. Plague, yeah. Since it's already available. We were thinking more stuns, huh? So let's go with Whirlwind. That the enemies will be able to resist because she's weak at that. Oh, stealth is capped already. Now what? We're forced to spend on something else. Repair, security. We can bash things open, so we don't need security. But computer use could be useful since we're gonna need someone to hack terminals, and we're not that good at it either. If we can take her with us, might as well have that. It'll be cheaper then. I wonder if we will find more probes in this mod, or is it spikes? No speed, not stasis. Well, we're out pretty much on what we want to get. Oh, we can give her light side power. The one that we trying to avoid. Master's Flurry for more attacks and more damage. This then. Oh, speed. Maybe speed after all, because that's one more attack at this point. Attributes. Now, attributes. So it's 16th level and we've got 2 levels left to spend. Intelligence won't help with the skills. Dexterity would help with the armor class. Strength could help as well, because she's got +1, so that will be 20. Yeah, why not? I probably won't give her any other armor anyway, because she's not gonna be that useful. We're gonna insanity everything and then blast it with lightning. Really. Stealth is capped, computer use. Wave. Alright. And that's that. She's done for now. So, put your clothes back on and pretend that you can sneak now. Where's your shit? That's Revan's robes, clothes, Shadow's garment. So since you've been made into a stealth character, stealth unit, awareness, stealth +10 and dexterity +3. That's pretty good actually. Should give her armor. Or are we capped? No, we can't be capped because we're wearing just clothes. So, good enough, good enough. When it comes to more strength, strength gauntlets. That'll hardly matter at this point when we're even on the thing. She can't use implants. We can give her whatever here. Sure, energy, whatever. And this and that. Right, she's done. Now, lightsabers. 220, lightsaber, exotic weapons. 220. Have we got anything that we've put crystals on that we aren't using? 2-16. 2-16. Oh, that's our lightsaber, I think. Isn't it? We could give her that and she'll have an edge over her purple thing. So, that's a good idea. 5-24. And now, we could give her a short lightsaber. That's kinda weak when it comes to damage. Hers 2-20. What would have we picked? We could give her that because it will be balanced then, and she will hit with all of this more often compared to. Or we could give her a vibro sword, but the vibro swords are not going to be that useful. Let's see in the main hand again. 5-24. So that's +4, right? It's +4. Short lightsaber, red one, right? So, because she's evil. We're still behind 3 on that. But we start off at higher. 7. Let's risk it. You're not going to be using your cool double lightsaber anymore. Mrs. Cool Force in thing. Yeah, that's not what she wanted. She wanted twi'lek hold thing. So she can use stealth more effectively for some reason. Alright, now you're cool.
What?
Cool. Also, we can also... What is this? Have I not put on my mask? Right, I put it on for the thing. So this is the improved model with the flowing cape, right? And since we've got now 2 revan robes, and they're not really restrictive, we can put one of the revan robes on her. And that will be... that's not what I... That's... Oh, that's fantastic. This is Juhani's clothes. I wasn't expecting that, especially when you give Revan's robes to anyone else other than yourself. So that's not what we're gonna do. Where's her clothes again? We're gonna give her the mask that we are wearing right now. We're gonna put in this, and we're gonna put that onto her. So now she looks like a man because Revan is first of canonically man, and second, that's the only model there is. Well, that shouldn't be. No. That will be. Now she's taller because she's a man, and you'll notice that apparently the original model for Revan not only doesn't have a flowing cape, where the guy made it cool, but also has this awful fucking KKK peak at the hood as opposed to the better one, right? The one on the right looks way better, way smoother, rounded off. You can see the cut here. That's all the difference you need, and this is just awful. Look at this. You just need this cut here, and it will look way better. Also you can see the top of it here. Well, this is way more narrow over there. Maybe it's hard to see, maybe, but the important part is that it is a difference that I can see, and I prefer anyway. So, back to our regular shit being worn. You just need this. And I just need this. Cool. So, game done. We've leveled up our new character, and that's pretty much it. But we're gonna try to push it a little bit further. And also have me mention the Qatar FIFA World Cup. I think it's FIFA. One way or another, it's football World Cup, right? Rich country, Islamic country, bribed FIFA to be allowed or be nominated as the country that will organize the competition, let's say. It's a desert country, so it's very hot there, so the World Cup is gonna take place during Northern Hemisphere's winter, which is off the beaten path, not really scheduled. Again, because they're not really a country that should get the organization of the Football World Cup. So they're ill prepared for all this, and they're gonna fix everything with money. They had no workers, so they just flew some in, broke all the human rights of those workers. They established rules about alcohol and narcotics and being belligerent on the streets, and on one hand it's pretty shit. It's human freedom to buy alcohol and get plastered if they want to, but as much as trying to raise prices and allotting like 2 hours out of the day or 3 to buy alcohol in the country, the whole country, that's pretty shit. But the only thing I can really understand in that is not wanting to have belligerent, drunk, or stoned people on your streets. That's pretty reasonable. Go get plastered in your house and stop having other people's needing to deal with you. That's almost cool rule, only with the thing. Now, I'm not a big advocate of any substance abuse, of course, but I think when it comes to commerce, it's just earning money at this point. So they decided not to sell it because Islam says you are not allowed to drink fermented crop seed or grapes. But of course they don't talk about honey because they didn't know about honey because they live on a desert. So there's that loophole if anyone wants to abuse it. And of course the invigilation with the phone application and all the other stupid Sharia laws. The funniest thing, well, the reasonable thing to do about all this is to not go, right? To not have your representation, I think, country's team, show up. So if there is no teams to play, there's not gonna be the World Cup taking place in Qatar, obviously. So they're gonna get shot on for the bribery and all the shit that they're trying to do and breaking all the human rights. But on the other hand, since it's already happening and since pretty much all countries said, yeah, we're going because, oh, it's sports, it's all about sports, we're gonna go there for sports. The funniest thing would be for the fans and the audience to actually go and only not to abide by all those stupid rules, instead break them all en masse so that they can't handle dealing with it and they will have to collapse under the influx of people breaking all those laws. That would be fucking ridiculously funny. That would have been the right thing to do, actually, I think. Well, other than not going. The other thing, the lesser evil, would be to just absolutely troll Qatar and just listen, go there, steal everything there is in there. Just whatever is not bolted to the ground, steal it and bring it back home. They don't deserve to have anything, the fucking Islamists and child rapists and goat rapists and human rights violators and retards, and I could craft a better term here, but I'll stick with theist retards. That'll be good enough. I'm pretty sure that's offensive enough. Right. So quick talk to mechanic and then we're probably off. So, Serdegana was Force user all along. I can't say I'm surprised. I always knew she wasn't just an ordinary Sith. Yeah, we don't really use that word anymore, we don't call ourselves that. Something like that, right? Because everyone you ask, no one's Sith anymore. What will you do now? What is your name, mechanic? Then let us depart to Tatooine. What is your name, mechanic? It's a little late for introductions, don't you think? So you don't have one, because it's too hard to write it. I'm just interested. Besides, you owe me one, and I'm gonna murder you. Oh, we're not gonna be able to murder him because he's supposed to bring us back to Tatooine, right? Besides, you owe me one. I guess you're right. I do owe you one. You can call me Mech-Han-Ik. That was a bad joke, mechanic. So you're a mechanic. The mechanic. It's no joke. Just an unfortunate coincidence. Leave me alone. Yeah, that's an coincidence. We just coincidentally had poor writers that were trying puns instead of actual humor. What will you do now? What will you do now? After I kill you, when we arrive on Tatooine, I guess. I'm the captain of the Orion. I can do whatever I damn well please. You won't live long enough to see that through. Is that your name, mechanic? What is your name? Oh, then let us depart to Tatooine. Here. Take this as a token of my gratitude. It's Demon Drexel's mask. I'm sure you can hang it on your temple wall or something. Being revan and all, I'm sure when you've conquered the galaxy, it wouldn't be too hard to give your old buddy Mech-Han-Ik a share in the wealth. Here, I'll give you a list. I'd like one of those cursed apartments you always see in the holovids. I'd like a lifetime supply of Juma juice. A new astromech droid wouldn't hurt either, nor would my own lightsaber. So the shadows weren't defeated, apparently. You left. You were supposed to be... How did you leave? You were supposed to be destroyed with the trap, I'm pretty sure. And you're gonna be haunting this ship with no one on it other than the Mech-Han-Ik. Or is it Mech-Han-Ik? Or any of those. Oh, look, it's a loading screen for Tatooine Cantina. Interesting. Well, so we are here now, and the Bith has just faded away. Right, we've got a dude, a gal, in our team now to replace Bastila, obviously, because that's the way the cookie crumbles. Party selection. So she takes up the spot for Bastila here. She could have taken this spot, but then again, it's canonical that there is Bastila missing now in this section of the game. But Juhani is able to exist still. So there's that. Now, from here, I'm gonna have to look up where to take this quest further, because apparently this Brotherhood of Shadow has ended, and now we have to go into Solomon's Revenge. And I don't know where that is. Also, we're now here as Revan. Someone might be ticked off. I'm not. After all, we can just murder them. Lightsaber. Was that lightsaber modifiable? Hardly matters. No, Crystal, I think, gives you Force Regeneration, unless we go to Yavin 4 and deal with that there. We might just go to Yavin 4 and actually get that dealt with as well. Just detour, essentially. But maybe in finished quest, I'll look it up later. So, very importantly, unless again he is gonna show up to bring us to the next part of this expansion mod, our canon is that we've got transported back to Tatooine and then we murdered Mech-Han-Ik. With that, we're gonna take the Orion to ourselves, because again, we can. It's the beginning of our new fleet again, or we're just gonna, you'll see, right? Anyway, we've got enough people to handle a cruiser, and after all, I think the mod didn't really tell us that we can't control Hammerhead Cruiser. Maybe not necessarily. Well, the mechanic Mech-Han-Ik is one person. Is one person who can control the whole cruiser. If he can, then we can as well. Alright, we got the mask. What does the mask do? Damon Drexel's mask. Saves will 5, skills awareness 5, charisma +2. Pretty good defense. Pretty good charisma. But force regeneration is pretty cool. Force focus improves. Oh, also it gives us feats that we already have. To make us more into a consular, just in case we picked Guardian, because Revan is very skilled in force, very force sensitive, very strong in the force. So that exists. I don't think we're gonna be using Demon Drexel's mask, at least not now anyway, since we're wearing the vanity item. Right, item not too bad, pity not more money have come. Oh, and we made a sort of a skill monkey, and now we can just bring more of others since we've already finished that part of the mission. So, I don't know, T3M4 is gonna be hanging around. Possibly. Also, I think we don't have anything that required any slicing or hacking on Orion, so we haven't wasted any spikes or resources to do anything. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna have to look how this thing is gonna look afterwards. With that, the episode where we just leveled up a character and finished part of the story of the mod has come to an end. Hopefully you enjoyed all of the clicking on the level ups, and equally strongly I hope to see you again in something I play for you for free. In the meantime, of course, like and share this video and interact with it as well as with every other video on my channel. Watch them in their entirety, subscribe to the channel, and if you don't like the content, it's entirely your fault.